Well, the bottom line is this. Whose decision is it to be made? Is it the federal government's decision, the state government's decision, Tim Sheehy's decision, Jon Tester's decision? No. It's the woman's decision. Tim Sheehy has called abortion terrible and murder. That doesn't sound to me like he's supporting the woman to make that decision. The fact of the matter is that this is fundamental to who we are as Montanans. The most intimate decisions we have to make are decisions about our health care. And this initiative needs to pass, which would reinstate Roe and, quite frankly, reinstate the freedoms that women and families have had nearly my entire lifetime.
Mr. Sheehy.
Again, common sense, absolutely. These young women are in a very challenging stage of their life. They need to know we have their back. But at some point, when you have a viable another life included, I refuse to believe that as America, the greatest country in the world, the only path forward is to end that life. The only path forward is to say that that child doesn't have the right to live and doesn't have the right to enjoy a life, to actually carry out its life. We should protect that. We have an obligation to protect the most vulnerable people in our society as well. So I support common sense legislation around the issue of abortion. Again, 3 exceptions all the way through. And early term abortions when they have to happen, absolutely. But ultimately, at some point when we have a viable baby involved, that child also has the right to protections. And the Democrats have refused to even entertain a born alive bill. When a baby is born alive, they refuse to enshrine protection for that life. Jon Tester has been part of that. Abortion up to and including in the moment of birth, and the Women's Health Care Act of 2021 has been championed by Jon Tester and the Democrats. That's also among the most extreme abortion legislation in the world, and yes, I'm against that.
Thank you, Mr. Sheehy. A follow-up?
Well,
I'd like to follow up.
I was going to say, I feel like he was...
That born alive statement that Tim Sheehy just made is total bunk. It's a lie. It doesn't happen. Those lives are already protected. Tim, you know it. You're saying it to try to politicize this issue more than it already is. The bottom line is this. If we want situations not to happen like just happened in Georgia with a woman dying because doctors were afraid to treat her, because she was afraid to go get help, then he's your man. If you want somebody who's going to make sure that women can make their own health care decisions, I'm your guy. Because I think it's fundamental to who we are as Montanans. We don't want the federal government dictating to us what medical decisions we can make.